I personally don't see a place on our government for her. I just don't.
Wow. Josie, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that they've really turned on you.
This is the beauty of a democracy.
Wow. This is democracy at work, guys.
Okay,
It's really working.
The midterms and now this.
Okay, well, today we're doing something a little different than what we've been usually doing. We're not going to talk about, me being unhinged, Josie in Scottsdale, Scotland, and Alycia in just live laughing and loving.
Yep.
We have a lot of people in the world, and we want to see who can we choose to run this godforsaken country if we had any opportunity. So we're playing a game where our producers put a list of people out that are beyond unhinged. Cursed, might even argue. And some, honestly, are a waste of space on this earth, one might say. And we're going to have them lead our beautiful United States of America. And this is a game we're calling Chaotic Politics.
But before we get into it, I would like to take a second to introduce our guest who's going to help us out. You probably know him, from this tiny little show, not a big deal, called Pod Save America, or his own show, which Yaz and I had the opportunity of being on, and him embarrassing us and us embarrassing him. It was really great, called Love It or Leave It. Yeah. And he's a cricket legend. We wouldn't be here without you. So thanks, I guess, for giving us jobs. Please welcome John Lovett.
Hi. Woo! Hello.
Yay.
Hi.
So good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Do you love how chaotic that intro was?
Our Lord Lovett.
Okay.
Lord Lovett, but with an E at the end. Lord.
You're kind of like a royalty to us in the crooked world.
Sure.
How are you doing?
I'm happy
Kinda
to be
nervy.
here.
How do you feel? Do you feel like you're going to know everyone on the list?
Oh, so that I would look.
Because I'm thinking no, babe.
There's a few names on here that I wanted to have some sort of a safe word
Sure.
for when I don't know anyone on the list.
What do you want it to be? Because I think that's fair.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something a person that I would know that you wouldn't know.
Okay.
Which would be someone who was famous before, say, 1996.
Yeah, babe.
And not famous after.
Yeah, we weren't even here
Boy
yet.
George.
Oh my God. So
Sure. It's giving 99, 2000, right? Josie, what year are you again?
See, I'm 2001. This will be
Yeah.
a fun game for us to play because it's, it's a mix of generations. It's a different cultures.
Yeah.
My dear old friend, emphasis on old, Whitney Cummings and I used to play a game like this where we would just go back and forth with names, and I didn't know half of them. So let's get into it. Let's talk about these people, and then we'll put them into positions. The positions are like president, vice president, speaker of the House, some chief justice, secretary of state, all the good positions and why we think they need to be there. And also if you even know these people and if we can educate you on their importance in our culture.
Okay. Yes.
First up, we have Trish Paytas.
Please tell me you know who that is.
So, okay, I've seen this name floating around, and I have seen people talking about this person,
Okay.
and I know they're out there,
Yeah.
and I know they're doing what they do.
You know that this person does breathe. Like, this isn't a live
Like,
person.
it's
Yeah,
a
no, I know
person.
they're around.
But do you know what they do?
I don't know what they
That's
do.
okay. That's fair, though.
Wow.
I don't know what they do. I know they've been in some sort of controversy.
Yeah.
They've been in the news, not for what they do, but for something around. There's noise.
Yes.
There are noise.
I love that they were using the they pronoun because this person famously came out as a trans man despite being a presenting woman who is married to a man. But she basically made the ranks in life by going on reality competition shows such as America's Got Talent, and then doing a stint on Ellen where she said her trick was just that she talked really, really fast. And then she performed and talked like an average person.
Stepping on a spider has to be the scariest thing in the world. Actually, you know what would be scarier if after putting on the one shoe, I recklessly put my foot in the other one and discovered that I was teaming with hundreds of spiders. All the babies were in there.
And then was literally on My Strange Addiction. She just made her way up the ranks and now is kind of known for trolling her own self and for being a very cancelable person. Some days she's Jewish, some days she's Muslim, and some days she's pregnant.
Yeah. She's
Wow.
very problematic.
Yeah.
She's
So-
had some interesting costumes. She had a podcast where she would, say a slur. She's very
She's
interesting.
horrific.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me. What
job do we think that
What,
she...
what, well, I just want to ask, what skills does this person have?
I was going to say there's one thing about Trisha that this person is entertaining. Call it what you will. Trisha Paytas is fucking entertaining.
They are.
I feel like Trisha Paytas would be a really, really good press secretary because she can dodge just about anything. Because I feel like people have come for her. Because at one point she said, I think it was like she denied being Ukrainian and then like did multiple TikToks about being Ukrainian.
I remember that. I know who this is.
Okay, yes.
I know who
Yes,
this
you
is.
do? Okay,
I know
cool.
who this is. I've seen them.
A light bulb went
I've seen
off.
them. Here's what I've seen of this person. I do not know. I have seen other people editing together moments where they've claimed to be like a half dozen ethnicities.
Correct.
Yes.
And
Correct.
Wait, do they have a?
Yes. Like African American, like everything.
Has this person brought a child into the
Yes,
world?
they
Yes,
just did.
they are a
when
mom.
the queen died, and everyone was like,
Oh, that's
when
right.
the queen
That's
died,
right.
this person gave birth to the reincarnation of Queen Elizabeth.
I remember this.
Yep.
That's when they first came onto my radar
Correct.
screen.
Okay.
That's
So
when I
pretty
first heard the
recently.
boop boop boop. That's when they
Yes.
first appeared, and I said, "Oh, there they are, moving across the sky." It's Trisha Paytas.
It's Trisha Paytas. So shall we all
I kind of like press
agree?
I like
secretary.
it. It's good. I
Josie.
think
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, 100%. The next is M.I.A.
Okay, John has something to say, I fear.
You know who this is. You have to.
I do, and I would just say that I know where we're gonna head. We're
Uh-oh.
gonna head to some sort of health position to be controversial, because this person did say something along the lines of, here's what I remember. I remember that what they said, they put two things together that did not belong together, and they entered a conversation they didn't need to by saying, if we're going to cancel this person, when are we going to cancel the vaccines? It was something of that nature,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
So M.I.A. is an artist. It's bad girls.
Mhm.
Bad girls
Live
fast, die young, bad girls
die
do it well.
young, bad.
So
yeah.
when did they say this thing? And also, so who are they trying to cancel?
She's also a supporter of Candace Owens.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
And yay.
And this was like just this past year, if I'm not mistaken. She was like vaccines. Like she had a very like unfortunately
Well, if your song
Nikki
is
standpoint.
your
on
song
it.
is "Live Fast, Die Young,"
Bad girls. Do
kind
it
of
well.
checks out.
Yeah, shit.
My chain is my
That
chest,
is
and
the
I'm
truth.
banging and.
Let's put her. Should we put her aside by now?
I
or-
think
or
we
love
make-
put her
it? Do you-
aside.
All right. Next, we have Sir Andrew Tate. Now, do you know who that is? Because I actually recently learned who this was. Recently by my young friend.
I think we should all not know who this is.
I agree.
Agreed.
I agree.
You know what? I love that.
I,
I
think
don't know who it
life's a lot
is.
better.
I also
Let's
feel like
just
we could
move
just leave
on.
it at that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Deserves
All
no airtime.
Amazing.
Bye.
Next person.
Christian Walker.
Son of Herschel Walker went so far right that he went left. What do you think, Lovett?
Here's what I think. I think hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And
Hurt, honey.
Yeah.
Hirsch people.
I'm done with you, Josie.
And I would say that he has incredible chaotic evil energy.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That is also queer energy. He's
Yes.
always filming in his car.
Always.
And at Starbucks.
And
Love
at
the Kehlani
Starbucks.
for it.
He's always using infrastructure. I
know where you're going with this.
I think, listen, I'm going to pitch it. I'm going to say transportation.
You know, I genuinely think that is so smart because he is always in his car. He loves his car. He's always being queer in his car.
Yeah.
And who does better than being queer in a car other than Sir Pete Buttigieg, our transpo man right now?
You are
So I
not,
think
I'm
it's
sorry, you are
incredible.
not comparing Pete Buttigieg to Christian fucking Walker.
Well, of course we are.
No, but
We're
they're
giving them the
both
same
gay
job.
men
Yeah, okay.
who happen to deal with vehicles.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's
And
put
transportation.
Christian Walker for the head of transportation.
I actually love that.
Next up, Jen Shaw.
I just have something to. This
Okay, I'll be
woman-
honest. I wasn't as familiar with this
No,
girl.
Jen Shaw. If you don't know who she is a housewife of the Real Housewives of nothing less but the Salt Lake City women, and she is insane. She's actually being indicted right now for tax evasion and
Do you
fraud.
know this?
I know that I wouldn't have been able to say who or the names, but I am aware that by grace of God, they managed to capture a real federal
Yes,
arrest
correct.
on this program.
Yes.
And that was exciting to me.
It
Yeah.
was insane because, and she was, there she was. Also, she's a Polynesian woman with braids on in this episode. And you see her being dragged out by the FBI. It's insane. And I just feel like she has something, I don't, there's something about me that I want to put her for Secretary of Treasury, something with money.
I do too. And you know what's crazy? She committed so many crimes. But one thing that I do love about this queen, I mean, she pled guilty. She admitted to it. She was honest about it. Yes, she fucked over people's lives, especially old people, which is like kind of worse than than regular people.
Yeah, she said, fuck the elderly.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's tough.
But she, like, in this day and age, admitting to what you did and pleading guilty is like, we have to take what we can get. And if she did that well on her own by frauding everyone, she might as well be Secretary of Treasury.
I'm gonna disagree.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm
wow.
gonna disagree. And I'm gonna make 2 points.
Go on.
One, every family has somebody who cheats. They're not the banker when you play Monopoly. That's just how it goes. You don't put him in charge. You just can't put him in charge of the money.
Okay.
I just, fool me once. Fool me once, Jennifer Shaw. Fool me once.
Okay.
My pitch would be, she's now experienced the justice system from the losing end.
Okay.
Imagine an attorney general that knows what it's like to go to federal prison for a while. Come on, a reformer.
Wait, I also kind of love, like, I don't know much about her, but I do know that she walked away from the Mormon church when she found out that
They didn't allow
black people,
individuals.
like, up until recently. And
she's now a Muslim.
Like, no, stop. Listen.
She's a Muslim woman now.
Wow.
Because you forced me to watch this clip. Like, it was important for my life, but it was so good. She was like, she has black sons, right?
Yeah,
she has
she
black
does.
children. And she was just like, I can't stand for anything that would, like, discriminate towards my sons.
She was like, I don't do racism, I only do fraud.
Exactly.
Yeah, towards the elderly.
Exactly. So she's our attorney general.
Correct.
We next have the queen, the king, the hater of the queers, but also the queerest person alive, dare I say, Azealia Banks. Lovett, what are your first impressions of Azealia?
I know all the reasons, and please don't be mad at me for what I'm about to say.
Are you about to be canceled?
You can't help it, like her.
Yeah, you can't. That's the thing.
You can't help it.
I'm sorry. There's a
She's
clip.
so funny. She's just so funny.
So funny.
She's so unhinged. She's so cursed. There's a video of her being like, Gigi Hadid is a cabbage patch. Bella Hadid is the doll.
Gigi Hadid, you're not the doll. Bella Hadid is the doll. You're the Cabbage Patch. She's the Barbie. You're the Cabbage Patch.
Did you see her crying, like, on Hot 100? Like, why are you crying? Like, niggas are doing ciphers and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Can I pitch?
Yeah,
Secretary of Education. She is such an integral part of people's pop culture awareness that I feel like we need her.
I was gonna say Speaker of House, but I respect your pitch. What are we thinking, guys?
Josie and John.
Josie, what do you think?
I'm thinking that, she, growing up, I remember, I had one gay cousin growing up, and he identified as New York cunt Lower East Side. And so that was his, like, gender identity and pronouns. And he introduced me to Azealia Banks at just the ripe age. And if there was one thing that I did from learning about her was learn. And so I kind of do agree about education. She has taught us a lot by kind of saying the quiet part out loud. And these days we need teachers who are willing to tell us the full truth and nothing but the truth. And that's my take.
Plus some
lies,
lies,
some fake news
which
in
is
there.
exciting too. Sort them out.
She
Figure
makes
it
it
out.
interesting.
Yeah, pass the test. Sort what am I saying that's a truth you needed to hear, and what am I saying because I am absolutely out of my gourd
Correct.
in a full sort of episode on the internet.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. And say it with the most shock value. It's like what you said. She's so problematic, but man, do I kind of love her.
And also,
which I've questioned my own self about.
Yeah.
The next person we have on the list is Christine Quinn of Selling Sunset.
Here's the problem with Selling Sunset. In one of the early episodes, 2 adults go to dinner and they get espresso martinis and 1 margarita pizza to split, and I had to turn it off.
I respect that.
It's almost the
That was
straightest.
That's not real.
It's almost the straightest, gayest show
I just couldn't
I've
believe
ever
that.
seen in my entire
And
life.
one of them was Italian. Like there's a man and a woman sitting at a table, a margarita pizza and 2 espresso martinis in the evening. That is disgusting.
No, it's
Yeah,
horrific.
no,
That
it's
is
disrespectful.
That is what Tom Hanks and Big would order at a restaurant. You know what I mean? That is a child in an adult body.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's run. So Selling Sunset's run by the Oppenheim brothers. They're like these 2, like thing 1, thing 2. Like they're so annoying. Brett, I don't know what the other guy's name is, but they're like the fakest of fakest veneers. I don't know who did them. Didn't do well. And they're
this a
bald.
roast?
And like anyway, so Christine Quinn is one. She's like the evil stepmother of the whole show, and she's now become a fashion icon. And
She's like at all the shows and premieres, yo.
and everyone hates her, but I can't help but like be obsessed with her. And there's something about her. If there was a Secretary of Fashion, that would be it. But there's not.
There
So
isn't.
I
Really
would
does give
say, honestly, this might be the hottest take in the whole wide world. But someone who's able to weasel their way into like a mainstream pop culture celebrity after being like, you know, a hard D-lister on a reality show, I think is commendable.
I agree.
And I don't know, she has this like commanding presence to her that I could see her in one of the higher positions.
I couldn't disagree more.
Really?
I just have such a huge issue with what she did, like on the seasons, right? Because I only really know her from Twitter. I don't really watch reality shows. But didn't she like backstab people and do like the craziest shit on the show?
Yeah, but also you're in politics. You're going to have to do that.
You're going to have to do that.
That's more of a qualification than...
I agree with that, Josie. But here's the thing. All she is she just serves cunt. That's it. And what?
So you're saying she just gives a look?
She just gives a look, and I just don't see any positions
No
that we
strong
need to
values.
I don't see it.
Well,
I personally don't see a place on our government for her. I just don't.
wow. Josie, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that they've really turned on you.
This is the beauty of a democracy.
Wow, this is democracy at work, guys.
Okay,
It's
next.
really working.
The midterms and now this.
Next up, it's not Dasani, it's Awkwafina.
I'm dead at that.
Do you
That
know
was
who
good.
Awkwafina is?
Of course I know who
Okay,
Awkwafina
okay,
is.
okay.
Awkwafina, thank you.
It's the disgust on your face.
No, I like Awkwafina. Awkwafina was a guest on Love It or Leave It.
No way.
She did think it was a podcast hosted by John Lovett of SNL. She did not know it was in any way related to politics.
You're
an issue
lying.
that she knew nothing about because she was at the end of the, I believe, Crazy Rich Asians press tour
Yeah.
and had not been paying attention at all, leading to, I would say, a real farce. But
farce.
we'll always cherish the experience
Oh my
of her not
She,
knowing
like-
why she was on the show and kind of looking into the audience at her publicist with, what the fuck, guys?
Yeah.
And
So like Bob the drag queen when we came to see your show.
yes, sure. It happens more than you'd think.
Damn.
She like showed up expecting to meet actor Jon Favreau and was like extremely disappointed.
Extremely disappointed. Still love.
I'm getting like trauma from this story.
We don't like her.
Oh, Alicia has something to say.
Wow.
Say
Wait,
it.
Alycia,
I know.
what
Tell us.
don't you
Talk
like
to us.
about
Speak
her?
your,
Talk
speak
to
your,
us.
speak your truth,
Wow.
my love.
Wow.
What don't you like about Awkwafina?
I love Crazy Rich Asians. I love Asian representation. I'm all here for it. Pero, like, her come up makes me a little bit uncomfy. Because I get it that she's like from New York and stuff, but I don't know.
She was a rapper.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Like Comedy Central, like little show that she used to do in a bodega.
No.
Yeah, it's like how I first like recognized her.
Hmm.
And a lot of people like call her out on TikTok and the internet in general for like a black scent and how she sounds and she looks very differently than when she was a rapper, which is dope, cool. You
Hmm.
want people of every complexion and every creed doing that. But it's just a lot of black people have a lot of comments towards Awkwafina. So yeah.
From what she's doing now or from what she was doing then?
For what she was doing then.
Oh, I don't know
But just
about that.
or just the fact that like she's never talked about how differently she sounds or how differently she looks.
So Chief Justice. I'll picture for Chief Justice of the United States of America.
Justice.
I guess she has apologized, but people are calling it a non-apology.
Tea.
Wow. We can just wait for a real apology. Is that what you'd like?
Thank you. I feel like this is a really safe space.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is the thing. I love Awkwafina. I hate that about her past. I really do.
But see, I love her
And-
now. I think she's great. Like in the farewell, great. Gosh.
Okay, well, we're gonna move on because we're drinking sparkling now. We're not even gonna touch Awkwafina.
And tea. So we'll move on.
Okay, that was good, Joes.
So next on this beautiful list is Kris Jenner, the matriarch of the Kardashian family herself.
However we feel about this woman, good or bad, this woman makes things happen.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
So
gonna
I
true.
need her up there.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it.
We all got to hear it.
Kris Jenner for president. And
Let's
I'll
see.
say it and I'll say it with my
Wow.
chest. Listen to me. The devil works hard, Kris Jenner works
Works harder.
harder. And she will go
Yeah.
to war for the people
Yeah.
she loves.
She's
and I
made
know
it
damn well
happen.
she's giving fiscally conservative, socially liberal. And I'm putting that in quotation marks because that doesn't exist.
Listen,
but
I just think that like she's also giving Caruso voter.
because she is.
Oh, right, of
Absolutely.
course.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's not even a debate, honey. I was going to say president or VP for sure. She makes things happen. She made her whole family famous.
No president could fall asleep for even 5 seconds knowing that Kris Jenner is the vice president on the other side of that fucking door.
Literally. The way she's knocking with her Louis Vuittons on.
Where's my food tester? Where's my food tester?
There's something about Kris Jenner being Veep that like could give her a chip on her shoulder because she's like number 2. However, I think she's presidential material too. I mean, she gets shit done, and I think she would kill someone to get to the top.
Here's what I propose.
Okay.
Yeah.
I propose we put Kris Jenner in an election for
Oh,
president or vice
wow.
president.
I agree.
Let's
Yes.
finish the
Yeah.
list. There's other people on this list
Yeah.
with I believe the capacity to lead.
100%.
So let's
Agreed.
see, and
But
then we
she's
can come
up
back.
there.
But she's up there.
We all agree, okay.
Look, I don't like it, but I accept
Neither.
it. It is true.
But here's the thing.
Couldn't agree more.
If it was between Donald Trump and Kris Jenner,
You're picking Kris Jenner?
I'm picking Kris Jenner.
I'm literally writing myself in at that point.
It's hard to come up with people.
Exactly.
That
It's
would
like-
I would vote for. Okay.
Yeah.
Next
Kris.
person.
Okay, next up, Yalla Habibi. It's Mohammed Hadid himself.
And I already no, because this man is infrastructure. This man is real estate. This man is
an iconic man who made his billionaire way coming from the Middle East to America, Palestine exactly, to come to America to start a business where he could build buildings, houses, businesses, and apartments for his underage girlfriends to stay in. Mohammed Hadid, where do we put him?
I mean, he can do treasury. He's a businessman.
That's what I was
That's
thinking,
true.
Treasury. Because he's a businessman. He made some money.
Agree.
Look at his beautiful ass family.
okay. Mohammed Hadid. Mohammed okay.
Hadid.
So that was easy.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Because I remember we were going to put Jen Shaw there, but then she got booted to Attorney General. So I think Treasury goes to our
beautiful.
man.
All right. Next caller.
Is Snookie.
Now I will.
Snooki.
There's something about this woman that I would go to war for. I would. This Jersey Shore girl. She's the backbone of this democracy.
I love
really
her.
do believe it. I think she is. I think she's chief of staff.
Chief of Staff.
Here's the thing. Snooki is America
Correct.
She is.
in its
Correct.
purest, concentrated, raw,
Liberty.
uncut fentanyl form.
Correct.
I mean, just
Yes.
Correct.
just an America in a rainbow skittle that shouldn't be given to children.
Correct.
Yeah,
because
correct.
it's drugs.
For sure.
And so I would say, what would you rather have? Would you rather have Snooki sitting in an office running meetings or on the world stage as our Secretary of State? Is that Snooki in Thailand? Is that Snooki in Japan?
John.
Is that Snooki in Saudi Arabia
John.
bowing to a murderer? I love it.
John,
I agree.
I love
you
that.
couldn't be more correct.
That was
Think
a
about
beautiful
it.
argument.
Think
I want to
about
see
it.
her all over the world. I want to see other people's faces be like, what is going on
Honestly, I
when
think-
she's talking to them.
People would light the fuck up. It would be hilarious.
I think she would.
Oh my gosh.
She would solve like world issues.
Like we'd have to be prepped.
She gives Hillary Clinton, and no one ever says that.
People don't say it. People don't say
You-
it.
Josie,
That's
once
such a
again-
good point.
Josie, good. You're doing really good today. Like this is really
You should-
funny. That was really good.
Snooki should Pokemon Go to Europe.
Yes.
I'm done with you, John.
I agree. Okay, so let's put Snooki down for Secretary of State. Okay, sorry, I gasped because I just saw the next person on the list is Olivia Wilde, and I'm immediately regretting putting Trisha Paytas as press secretary.
See-
What do you guys think?
No, because I think Trisha's going to be more entertaining. But Olivia, I want her. She needs to be in front of people. So I'm thinking
John?
Speaker of the House.
John.
Wait, love it.
Yes.
Here's the thing.
Oh,
All right,
what are your
here's what I-
feelings?
Olivia Wilde, she's a director. She's
Yeah.
a great director.
Phenomenal.
All
Yeah,
right.
she
Which
is.
means she can get a bunch of things happen. She can run an organization.
I know where you're going.
She has been through the fucking shit.
I know where you're going.
But like never gave into it for a second. I like that she basically tried to make the press cycle about her getting rid of that person, the actor, but then also had been recording videos to him shitting on the other person.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that energy. I love the whole thing. I like that she was like, Jason Sudeikis, no. Harry Styles, yes. So
And then she said, bye her kids. She's like, bye kids.
No.
We're good.
I love that her salad dressing is so good, people will lay in front of a car
Car for
over it. I feel like that's chief
No.
of staff material. That's how I feel about it.
No, I'm gonna go out on a limb here
Josie.
and say if you have watched the Stephen Colbert interview where she
Insane.
literally dodged every question
Yeah.
like Wendy Wu, in Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior.
Yes, Brenda
Great
song.
Disney movie.
Love it. That's an iconic film.
Okay.
Disney
for our
Channel.
generation,
Sure.
just so you know, from a little thing called the Disney Channel.
So you guys didn't watch DuckTales, the original, when it was on after
I
school?
don't even know what that
Babe,
is.
Let's keep
no
moving.
idea.
Let's keep
No idea
moving.
what that
Sigh.
is.
So I'm going to say Olivia Wilde for vice president. She's the perfect amount of
Josie.
unlikable.
Okay,
Fucking love
no,
it.
Josie.
I'm here for Veep.
She can get stuff done. She can literally spin every controversy. And she's a woman. And women always come in second place.
Josie, I couldn't agree more with
I
the
love her
second
for
place
Veep.
part specifically. But Olivia Wilde, say what you will about her. At the end of the day, she makes good shit.
She's talented.
She makes good shit. And you know what? I stand with her. I stand with
I love
women.
her for Veep.
I support women's rights and wrongs. Let me be clear about that. And so,
Oh, I'm a female apologist all the way. I say it all the time.
She's amazing.
All the time.
Okay,
She's
so I'm-
amazing. And she
so-
got through this fucking shitstorm. Vice president. I think it's
but,
great.
Yeah,
but
I love
I
Veep.
do want to point out that I do think she should be in the runner-up with Kris Jenner. I think there should be an election at the end.
Yeah,
Okay, Kris Jenner.
There can be an election at the end, but I just want you to think a lot about likability because Olivia kind of struggles with that.
Well,
But also so does Boris.
we'll circle back to the end for that one because I feel like this has to be that closing
Okay.
argument.
Okay.
Okay,
right.
Okay, that I agree. That's
Ooh,
great.
Next
Okay, so
thing.
next on the list we have Lea Michele, current star of the revival Funny Girl.
I just think if you have Lea Michele in your organization, you're just having a lot of conversations about the problems she's creating.
Yeah.
I have a pitch.
Okay.
I think we switch.
Ooh.
Azealia Banks. So we would put Lea Michele for education and then Azealia for chief medical advisor to the president of the United States because she is an Please.
What if we had Lea be in charge of like the White House turkey trot?
All Lea Michele wants to do is sing
That's all.
and get applause.
all she
So
wants.
why don't we just say, hey, Lea, you don't want these jobs. We don't want you in these jobs.
Sure.
You can sing at the Christmas tree lighting.
I
And
love
just leave
that.
it at that.
I love
Okay,
that.
so Lea Michele does have a role and
Yeah.
it will be as the voice of reason at the Christmas tree lighting at the White House.
Sure.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All
I love
right.
that. You know, she can't.
So we just added a role for her.
anybody at that.
And that's on nepotism. All right.
Now we have Lena Dunham.
I just don't feel like there needs to be a role for her.
We're
I
running
don't.
out of roles and it's getting pretty competitive, and that's okay. That's no
Yeah.
disrespect to Lena, but we just don't have an opening for her right now. But check in, Lena,
That's-
check in
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah.
We loved meeting you. We loved the conversation.
Grateful.
Exactly.
We
But
did. We love girls.
But unfortunately, now is just not the right time.
Exactly.
We're grateful.
Not the right fit.
And
Not the right fit right
you
now.
are very
right
We
now.
keep it
talented.
pushing. It's
Yeah.
okay.
You are very talented, and let's circle back in a couple years. All right.
Okay.
Rachel Dolezal
Who is
next.
that?
The woman who claims to be transracial.
Yeah, remember she's like, I'm black, and then literally like spoke at things and has an entire career off of being black. but
Prison.
is a
I don't
white
care.
woman.
I'm against the prison industrial complex. She deserves to be in there. I don't care. She's so weird.
She's
a
very
great
odd.
mother
Okay,
to her black children.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
medical advisor to the president.
Alycia Pascual-Peña.
I'm gonna say medical advisor
Why? Explain your
because
answer.
I know I'm going to explain.
Yeah. What do you think? Why?
You know
All
what?
of us,
Tell us why.
Lovett and I, with our hands in our cheeks.
We just
and
would love to
Josie.
know why.
Yeah,
Just
Alycia, tell
not
us
me take
why.
off my
Hey,
coat
tell
for
us
this one
why.
because this woman does stress me out.
Yeah.
She does stress me out, you know, because she is the definition of cosplaying in blackness. But I don't know. I feel like she's really ambitious. Like she really was like, I want to be able to do this and I'm going to overcome, even though I'm a white woman, I'm going to be black. And she really stood by that.
Didn't she become the president of the NAACP?
She had like some type of role. Like
She
I'm
was
not
like,
mistaken.
I think she did run a chapter.
Yeah, she got like high as. So I'm like, this is the type of person that will be optimistic in all of our medical struggles. You know, in like the face of the pandemic, she would have expressed fake news for sure. She would have probably been awful in a lot of ways, but she would have been like, we're gonna get through this. Like if a white woman and she's like, I can be black, she's like, we can do anything. Like,
well, one of the jobs of the chief medical officer is to speak to a lot of different communities. And so she can kind of do like almost like
And
a
she's
Clark
like,
Kent
I'm white,
thing.
I'm
she
black.
goes into the phone booth.
Yeah.
She comes out. Now she's Asian.
yeah.
Now she's talking to the Asian
And
community.
now she's wearing a hijab and she's an Arab woman.
Exactly.
Incredible. Love
and like
that.
now she's bringing that vaccine message
Yeah.
everywhere it needs to go.
Yeah.
She's a Hasidic Jew for a while.
She might be.
She's an Avatar person from the Avatar movie.
So she'll fit in really well with Trisha.
Oh,
'cause
they'll
Trisha
become
kinda-
friends.
They can cut shapes together.
Also, one other thing I appreciate about Rachel Dolezal is obviously what she was doing was cuckoo bananas.
Oh, yeah.
I
Insane.
respect someone who gets fully and 100% caught and then says, yeah, I'll sit for an interview.
Yeah.
Insane. Because the way that she hunkered down and she
It's
was
amazing.
like, but I am black. And then her parents were even doing interviews and being like,
Yeah.
we don't know what to tell you. Like, yeah, I
It
think she'd
rules.
be really entertaining. So
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're gonna. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't sit right with me, but I think we have to.
I think we have to.
I think
We just have to do it.
We have to do it. All right, Josie.
Okay, so Katy Perry is the last one on this list.
We are rooting for you.
Literally, when you posted that selfie on Twitter of you voting for Rick Caruso with your crazy eyes.
Katy Perry, she's been around for a very long time.
True.
A very long
I
time.
kissed a girl.
She grew up singing in the church.
She works incredibly hard.
Yeah.
She sometimes, I think, struggles to find her specific voice. I think she's a Speaker of the House.
Ooh.
She like made tacky mainstream.
Yeah, kitsch.
Yeah.
In a way, kitsch.
In a way, camp.
In a way,
Kitsch.
camp.
So she's Speaker of the House.
I just think, like,
Huh.
she'll be a consensus builder. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like,
Yeah.
All right, so Katy Perry's Speaker of the
Speaker of the
House.
House.
And then I think this goes to our last predicament where who do we have as president and vice president? Do we have A, Kris Jenner, or B, Olivia Wilde?
who leads the ticket? Who leads the ticket?
So for me, when it comes to the two positions, president position to me, you need to have a certain amount of likability. I feel like Olivia Wilde's approval rating is already extremely low, and putting her into that position, she's going to fail us all. When has Kris Jenner ever really been disliked? I mean, by the majority.
You're
of
correct for
people.
that.
I would just say that, like, I don't know what her approval rating is. I think fundamentally she has spent her life building a business that pumps just absolute fucking filth into the culture on a near daily basis, elevating the worst human qualities and instincts and values that a person could possibly elevate, celebrating celebrity for its own sake, beauty standards that have warped the minds of literally millions of young girls, all for the purpose of enriching her family and elevating every single child that she has despite their lack of real talent. And even though you see in their faces and in their lives the actual damage it has done to their psyches, even as they seek the spotlight because it's the only thing they've ever known, which to me sounds like a great president. You know, if you think about it.
Same.
You have
That
a
was
lot.
a word.
That was a
That
lot.
was
That was
biblical.
a lot.
That
I don't
was-
think I could have even said it better. I love that we sat through a villain
We all were like-
manifesto. That's what that was.
That was a manifesto.
But I couldn't agree more. I was like, I don't know what, but I know that Kris Jenner has seen and done some shit.
For sure.
Also,
She's
not,
hidden bodies. I know for a goddamn fact.
like
Kris Jenner.
not a reliable source at all. But Ye said it. Ye was like, that woman.
You don't want him on your validator list.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Alycia.
You don't want him
Our
to be
sources in our
like-
hand.
By the way, when Alycia was saying that, she was
banging
punching the table.
door.
She
like
was about
Khrushchev.
like Hulk.
No, so I support that. Kris Jenner's our president. And then I think
Olivia
Olivia
Wilde is our.
Olivia Wilde as Veep is like amazing, like a little conniving, but really intelligent, talented.
Really doesn't add much value.
Disagree. I'm going to just say, I want everyone listening to this to know I'm pro Olivia Wilde
Oh, same.
Fully.
Oh, sure.
Fully.
I'm pro women.
and pro women.
I'm not.
Tea.
I'm joking. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. I support women's rights and wrongs, and I'll stand by that. And once again, I'll say it again. The devil works hard. Kris Jenner will always work harder.
Kris is gonna get shit done, and then Olivia will be able to like relay the information to the public.
I
love
think we
that.
have it there. I think we have an amazing infrastructure for our government of the United States. I'm so blessed to live here.
Put Olivia in charge of the border.
Oh, T.
That's why
Olivia's going to build a wall. Mexico's going to pay for it.
No, Olivia's going to build a wall. It's going to
And
be
Jason Sudeikis is going to pay for it.
and just Jason Sudeikis is going to pay for it, and it's going to be only like Los Angeles County and the rest of the world, and maybe Silicon Valley. So I think with that, we have the new government of the United States. Thank you so much for voting in our democracy. Our midterms were actually this election, so that we just
Yeah.
showed you.
I'm proud of us, guys.
I mean, God bless. I kind of want to run for like all of these positions like now.
Let's start a
Yeah.
Twitter trend. # Josie Totah for government.
How do you feel, Lovett? We're so honored you were able to serve here as our resident millennial.
Wow. Thank you so much. It has been an honor. I hope that much as it was done for thousands of years, that we've created an oral history that we've passed down, from generation to generation. Even before there was writing, there was this intergenerational conversation, and that you'll take what I say and you'll share it with future generations long after I'm dead.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
Wow, all of these prolific words about Snookie and Trisha Paytas.
Yeah, Trisha Paytas.
Yeah, wow, it was really
We
just
will
so much
outlive
wisdom.
us all.
Who will literally somehow, she will be reincarnated to her child again. And she's already alive. So I think with that, thank you for listening to our podcast with our special guest, John Lovett.